again for another video. As you guys saw in my last video, I said that I was going to kind of change the trajectory of my channel, and I said that I wanted to tell these story times because I felt like these situations and these people in a way helped me get to where I am now, with the thought process that I have, the way that I move, the values that I have, and honestly the journey that I took on getting to know myself, understanding myself, and valuing myself. Let's just say that. So we're gonna have to give this girl a name. I'm gonna name her Keisha. So I met Keisha right before freshman year of college, right? And at my school they had this group chat, and basically, well, a group chat with all the people from the city so we could get to know each other. And then from that group chat they made another group chat which Keisha added me to. So Keisha added me to this other group chat which was on Snapchat. So it was a bigger group still of people from the city. So I used that chat to just start getting to know people, trying to make, you know, some type of, I wouldn't say friendships because it's like you don't know these people, so how are you gonna be friends with them? But it's like at least I know someone once I go on campus. So from that Snapchat group chat there was a smaller group chat, okay? So just it kind of goes like that. And I didn't really get to know Keisha that much in the group chat, but Keisha is the person that put me in the group chats because I asked her to. So that's how I kind of knew Keisha. So one day we decided like, hey, we're gonna do a Zoom and we're all gonna see each other's face so we can see what everybody looks like. So we go on the Zoom, whatever, we're all talking, and just me as a person, I'm just a gabber. I'm just a gabber, so you know, I'm just gabbing, talking. And at the time I had a friend that I went to high school with, and she was also going to the same school that we were going to. So I added her in the group chats. We're all just talking. And I realized that like Keisha was kind of like, she was giving bully tease. She was really coming for people, just saying real slick stuff, and nobody was really checking her. So me and my high school friend, we were texting individually. We were like, all right, this is kind of weird. Like she's giving like real like bully, like she wants to be like leader, but it's whatever because we don't even know her. So it's like we're not gonna judge her like that. The first day I'm on campus and I just like got all my stuff moved in. I didn't even pack out my room yet. And I started linking up with the people from the group chat. So we're all chilling out. It's real fun. It's real nice. Like, you know, everybody's just happy to be like in college and away from home and stuff like that. The next day is when Keisha ended up coming. So Keisha ended up coming. We ended up meeting her on the other side of campus. So when we met up with her, when I first saw her, I was like, okay, that's interesting. Like, okay. And like Keisha, like, I'm not gonna be mean, but like Keisha was just not that girl. And like there's some people that are like, some women that are not that girl, and just because they're not that girl, they want everybody around them to not feel like that girl. You get what I mean? I feel like Keisha was kind of that way. Like she had her own insecurities, which we all do, but she would put it on to other people. But let's keep going with Keisha, right? So when I first see Keisha, she's walking towards me, and I'm like, you know, I'm looking at her wig or whatever, because like us girls, especially us black girls, you know what we look at. Like it's not even like we're not even trying to throw shade, we're not even trying to be funny, nothing, but like the first thing you look at is their wig. You're just like, okay, like it's kind of like that. So I looked at her wig and I saw that she had a black stocking cap under her wig. And if you wear wigs, you know you get a stocking cap that matches your skin tone. So like when you do the parts, it looks like it's your scalp, right? So when I first saw that, I was like, you know what? The person that I am, if you're my friend, or we're working towards a friendship, or I see myself being friends with you, whatever it may be, I'm gonna do what I would do to my friends back home. And with my friends back home, if I look a mess, if they look a mess, we always let each other know. Like never in a rude way, but it's always like, all right, girl, come over here. And we do a little 1-2, we do a little fixing if we could. So after me and her talked a little bit more, I was like, you know what, like let me fix your hair. Like I got you, like let me fix your hair, whatever. I ended up fixing her wig, told her don't use no more black stocking caps. Time is going by now, and we end up hanging out a lot more. We end up spending the night in each other's dorms and everything, like up all night just talking about like our lives, talking about like trauma. She's telling me about her trauma, I'm telling her about my trauma. Like now looking back on it, you're not supposed to, don't trauma bond with nobody, but like I didn't know that at the time. So we're just having conversations, just like really like, you know, unraveling and revealing stuff about ourselves to each other. And the more that we talked, the more I was like, you know what, I'm realizing that we have so much in common. Like I said, with all my friends, I do the same thing. My friends back home, my friends upstate, I do the same thing. If you look crazy, if I look crazy, we correct each other, whatever. So I would be gluing down her wig, doing her wigs and all that, never charged her anything, because like, you're my friend. Like, why would I charge you for just fixing your hair? You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. So that's happening for a while. And she ends up like introducing me and my high school friend, which was my roommate at the time. She ended up introducing us to these two boys. And when we met them, like, it was nothing like ever crazy. Like, it was all just chill vibes. It was all just chill vibes. But I realized, like, me and my roommate, we were realizing like she's just doing a lot. And when I say a lot, like when I say a lot, like, she was literally wearing like see-through leggings. Like, it was black little shorts, but they were see-through, and then she was wearing panties and like hiking up her shorts so you can see her panties. Like, it was really weird. And we were telling her like, hey, like, your thing is see-through, like they can like see it. Because like when we were walking, it was the two boys right here, and then me and my roommate right here, and then Keisha right here. And then Keisha was moving from us to go in front of the two boys. So while she was walking in front, that's when we saw that it was see-through. So we was telling her like, hey, like, yeah, your shorts are see-through. And she was like, I don't care. And she started twitching her little booty and went in the front with the boys. So when she did that, like, in my head, I kind of peeped a little bit, like, that's the type of girl that she is. But it's like, that don't got nothing to do with me. I don't want that man. I don't want that other man. So that really don't have nothing to do with me. But I just marked it. We both marked it in our minds like, all right, that's kind of weird, but okay, cool. Time goes by. I end up going back home like the middle of fall semester freshman year, and I did the rest of the semester at home, and then I came back for spring semester. So I come back for spring semester, and before I came back, I was doing her hair, like, at her house. I'm doing her hair, whatever. So she's like catching me up with everything that was going on while I was going. She's telling me about all these different girls that I don't really even know about, but she's just telling me about like, oh, she did this, she did that, she did this, and she slept with him, he slept with her, and then she slept with him, and then when she slept with him, under there was scratchy, and that was scratchy, and then that was stinky, and then she slept with him. Like, she was just telling me all this about literally people I do not know, but she was friends with these people. So take that into mind. I'm just like, all right, that's weird that you're telling me all your friends' business, because mind you, on social media, she posting these people talking about bestie this, bestie that, but I'm like, you telling me that your bestie is itchy? Okay, that's different, but okay. We get back for spring semester, and when I get back for spring semester, I'm talking to someone, and he's telling me, oh, Keisha told me that you're a horrible person. Like, Keisha told me that you verbally abused her, that you're manipulative, that you're like all this kind of stuff about me. And I'm like, how? Like, how did I do all that? Mind you, I was only on campus for like, I think I was only on campus for a month and a half, and I went back home and did the rest of the semester online. So how did I become like a manipulative genius in 1 month? But we're still talking this whole time, and me and her are still friends. But I was like, all right, this is kind of weird. Then another person came to me and was kind of saying the same things that the first guy was saying about me. I mean, to me, about me, right? So I end up going to Keisha, and I'm like, Keisha, like, I keep hearing that, like, people are saying that you're talking about me behind my back. Like, what's going on? Like, I'm confused. And she's like, I don't know what you're talking about, but... And then she starts telling me about other people. She's like, oh, how she has these friends, and they're always using her, they're always like taking from her and never like giving back, right? And I'm trying to tell her as a good friend, I'm like, you know what, you should put your foot down, don't let nobody use you, disregarding the fact that she's talking about me behind my back. That spring semester, me and her had the same Chem 1 class. We had the same Chem 1 class. So I would go over, well, me, her, and 2 other girls that were like in the same building, like we were in like the same kind of friend group. They all had the same chem class as well. So I used to go over there and just like do chem with them. So when I would go over there, she would be telling me about my roommate. So she's just saying like, oh, how she doesn't like my roommate, and how my roommate is very like, whenever me and my roommate are together, that we become bullies, and how she doesn't like what my roommate brings out of me, and how my roommate is just, she's just saying all this negative stuff about my roommate. And at the time, me and my roommate were friends, but even if we weren't friends, I would have still, well, to an extent, I would have still told her what this girl is saying about her, what Keisha's saying about her, because one thing I don't do is play where I rest my head. And I don't want my roommate to find out that this girl is talking about her. To me, I know about it. I never told her, or it may seem like I'm joining in on it, which I never did. So when I went back to my room, I went to my roommate. I told my roommate what Keisha was saying about her. And like I knew my roommate would do, she FaceTimes Keisha. So she FaceTimes Keisha. Mind you, Keisha does not know I'm in the room. She FaceTimed Keisha, and she's like, oh, Saint told me that you were saying blah, 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 blah about me. Keisha started laughing on the phone. And she's like, oh, Saint is so stupid. Saint is so stupid. No, I did not. No, I did not. So I'm like, yes, you did. Like, I had to say it out loud. Like, yes, you did. Don't make it seem like I'm a liar. Because I love to tell a little white lie. I love to tell a little white lie. But I'm not a liar. I'm not a liar. I kept going over there because I had chem. So I kept going over there and she kept saying stuff about my roommate. So every time she said stuff about my roommate, I went back to my roommate and told her. It's that simple. At this point, my roommate was just already done with her. She was trying to go and fight Keisha. And we both went to Keisha building because, girl, I'm not going to fight Keisha, but, girl, I'm going to be there. call me the ref. Girl. Round one. But I came there, girl. When I tell you, Keisha was so scared. Like, Keisha had her friends keep walking up and down the stairwell to keep checking to see if me and my roommate were still there. Like, it was just a lot. She ends up not fighting Keisha. Time goes by. Well, at this point, Keisha is now talking to this girl, right? And me and this girl, like, we're friends. Like, she's cool ass person, I'm a cool ass person, we just be cool ass people. And me personally, like, I feel like I don't have like a real like flirtatious kind of vibe. I feel like I'm just me, and I just talk and I'm me, and I'm just me to the fullest. And sometimes people like that, whether it's a friendship way, sometimes people like it more than that. Sometimes people just think I'm a chill ass person, and the girl thought I was a chill ass person, so we would just be he and nothing ever happened. I'm not gay, girl. I'm not gay, girl. So Keisha would start arguments with the girl regarding me, and I'll be brought up in the arguments where I don't even deserve to be brought up in the arguments. But this is happening all behind my back. I don't even know that this is happening. This is all happening literally behind my back. I don't know that they're arguing about me. So I'm still going over there, like, not regularly, but like I still had other friends that lived in that building, so I would still go over there. So I didn't know that there was like that kind of vibe and that kind of energy there, but it was just what it was. This was around Valentine's Day kind of time, and my roommate, she wanted the room for her and her boyfriend. I didn't have like any other strong friendships on campus other than another girl that lived in the same building as Keisha. So I ended up asking like, hey, can I stay over, blah, blah, blah. She said yes. And I ended up going over. But when I went over, Keisha and a whole bunch of other girls were in her room. So I was already feeling kind of ways about going over there, just because me and Keisha, like, we weren't really friends anymore because everything that happened with my roommate. I was just not really hanging out with Keisha anymore. I wasn't really talking to Keisha anymore, especially after hearing all the kind of stuff from multiple different people about myself, and then hearing that I'm a verbally abusive person, like, time and time again, and how toxic of a person I am and stuff like that. I decided, you know what? Leave Keisha where she is. I'm just not gonna really mess with her. But when I came to the room, I was just like, I was a little, like, not upset, but it was just like, I just felt a little bit irritated. So when I was there, I was just on Zoom with my two best friends, and we were watching like shows together or some shit, and we were doing like homework together, right? So while I'm on like Zoom and stuff with my friends, I'm not really like, I talked to the girls. Like, when I came inside the room, like, I said hello to them, whatever. Only the girl that I was staying with and the girl that Keisha was messing with said hi back to me. The other girls, they were just looking at me weird and gave me a stank look and kept it pushing in their conversation. I never really pressed it because it's like, I never been the type of girl, never been the type of woman to ever press someone why they don't want to speak to me. I never press someone for why they don't want to be my friend, because we are grown ass adults. If you don't want to say hello to me, don't say hello to me. If you don't want to be my friend, don't be my friend, bitch. I'm not losing no sleep, and I don't care. So I just stayed on the phone with my friends and, you know, kept myself as happy as I can in the given situations that I was in. So every now and again, the girl that Keisha was messing with, she would come and check up on me and just be like, like, hey, are you good? Like, how are you feeling? Blah, blah, blah. Like, just what a friend would do. So time is going by, and I just didn't like the energy that was in the room with the other girls. Not the girl that I was staying with, but the other girls. Because, like, it's like you can sense when someone does not like you. And I was feeling that energy that they did not like me, which, like, confused the out of me, because I don't know y'all. So how do you not like me and I don't know you? Like, I never met you before. So I was like, all right, this is weird. So I ended up going downstairs into, like, the common room of the building. And I stayed downstairs. I was on FaceTime with my friends, like, just chopping it up. And I was literally telling my friends what was happening. And they were like, nah, that sounds mad weird. Like, why are they acting like that to you? You don't even know them. And I was like, that's so true. Like, I really don't know. So the girl that Keisha was messing with, she kept coming up and down the stairs, like, from the common room back to the room of the girl that I was staying with. She kept coming up and down, just checking on me. And I was telling her, like, how I was feeling, because I was already stressed out with, like, other things that had nothing to do with this. But then on top of that, like, people that you don't know, like, acting fucking weird to you is just weird. So when the girl would come downstairs and talk to me, she would stay down for a while. She'd stay for, like, 30 minutes, 30 minutes. And we would literally just be chopping it up. Like, we would just be talking. Most of the time, it wasn't even about the overall situation. Like, we were just talking. And while we're talking, this other girl that's friends with Keisha kept coming downstairs, and she would be looking at me. She'd be like, when you coming upstairs? Not to me, but to the other girl. When you coming upstairs? You've been down here for too long. When you coming back upstairs? Like, she would keep saying stuff like that every time she came down. Or she'd be like, oh, you didn't see that we were texting you? Come back upstairs. So it's like, even that further cemented in my head that y'all are talking about me. Like, y'all have this beef with me and I don't even know y'all. And that's one thing I hate about, I can't speak about men because I never had this problem with men, but that's one thing I hate about some women. Like, how do you have beef with someone you don't know? Like, you literally have beef with me, you don't know me. You don't know me from a can of paint. You don't know me from a can of paint. So this is going on for a while, like, because I was downstairs for a few hours, and after a while I just started getting even more irritated, because it's like I said, I was already not in a good mood. Like, I don't want to leave my room. That's for one. I was already going through other stuff, and then now these bitches is fucking with me. Like, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck is this nigga? Like, literally, who the fuck is this nigga? Like, really? So I'm like on the phone with my friends, and I'm getting even more mad. I'm like, because I remember my laptop, my MacBook was dying. So I was like, all right, I have to go upstairs anyway to get my charger. So if I go upstairs and any of these girls are making faces, we gonna have a problem. Like, I'm not a fighter, I'm not any of that, but you're not just gonna keep playing in my face. Like, you're just gonna piss me off right now. Like, if I go upstairs and they looking crazy, we gonna have a problem. I go upstairs, they're chilling. They're not looking at me crazy. I go get my stuff and I leave, right? So after a little while, the girl that Keisha was messing with was telling me, like, hey, you should come up and talk to Keisha. You should come up and, like, she just kept saying, you should come up and talk to Keisha. So, like, after a while, I was like, you know what? Let me just go up and talk to Keisha. You would think this is where the story gets juicy. This is where the story gets juicy for this video. Because, yeah. So, I was like, you know what? Let's talk to Keisha. But me knowing the type of person that Keisha is a fucking liar. Keisha's a liar. Keisha's a liar. She's a rat and she's a liar. So every time that she would talk about my roommate and I would tell my roommate about it, she would say I'm lying. So I was like, you know what? Let me put my AirPod in. Mind you, I have my friends on our FaceTime, group FaceTime. I was like, let me put my AirPod in, cover it with the Wikiana. And y'all can hear? I'm testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. Y'all can hear? Okay, cool. So y'all could listen to what she's saying to me. So when I tell my roommate what she's saying, y'all could back me up, because I'm so tired. Like, I'm really tired. So I go to the room. I go to Keisha's room, and the girl's in Keisha's room. So I'm like confused, because it's like, you want to have a serious conversation with me about the state of our friendship, and you're going to have somebody else in the room. But hey, if you feel like you need a mediator, cool, all good for you. So we in the room, whatever. And I was like, I told Keisha, like, you should start the conversation, because, you have your problems. So Keisha, and I remember this down bootsy. She was like, Saint, this verbatim. I gotta fix my seat. Saint, I think that you're a really pretty girl with makeup on. I think you're a really pretty girl. And I cut in and I was like, no, I'm pretty without makeup on too. And she was like, without makeup on, you look like a baby raccoon. And I also think that you're really smart. I don't know why people think you're so dumb. I don't know why people think you're so dumb, but I think you're really smart. And I feel like the way that your life is going and the way that my life is going, like, I feel like we're just on two different levels. And I feel like you're so close to finding yourself, and I'm so, like, not even, like, close to even starting, that, like, it's a little bit. And when she said that to me, like, it's like, girl, I gotta fix my teeth again. It's like, has anybody ever said something to you and you're just like caught off guard by like the audacity of them? Because like, I've been disrespected before. I've been told a whole bunch of stuff about myself before. But it's like, when people say stuff like that, you know, they just say so angrily and, you know, they get it out. But I never had somebody sit in my face and compliment me, take the compliment back, compliment me again, take that shit back, tell me I look like a raccoon, and then tell me that everybody think I'm stupid. But then at the same time, honestly, I don't blame her for saying people thought I was stupid, because she literally played me like a fool. Like, literally, she played me like a fool, and I was that dumb person that was like, you know what, I see myself in her, so I want to continue being friends with her to bring out the good in her. Who the hell do I look like? Who do I look like? Because I ain't them. I'm not them. So she's saying all this to me, and I was getting really upset, but I'm like, you know what? Let me continue going. So we end up having the conversation. We continue through the conversation about our friendship. While we're talking about our friendship after she just disrespected me, because honestly, look, I told you, this is about me becoming a different person. So I'm just sitting here, I took the disrespect, I talked about our friendship. While we're talking about our friendship, she brings up my roommate again. And I told her, like, if you have a problem with my roommate, please bring up my roommate. Like, don't talk to me about it. Talk to my roommate about it if you have beef with her. And she's like, yeah, I understand. But, and I'm like, no, but if you want to talk about my roommate, talk about my roommate to my roommate. Don't talk about it to me. So she says, okay, whatever. We continue our conversation. At the ending of the conversation, she asks this question towards me regarding the girl that she was messing with, right? Mind you, I already told you that they had multiple conversations regarding me and how I play a role in their relationship, which I played no role in their relationship. And she asks me if I like the girl while the girl is in the room. Everybody already knows that I don't like girls. Like, I don't like girls. And she asks this question so that I will say it to hurt the girl's feelings, so me and the girl won't be friends anymore. That's why she asked the question. She didn't ask the question to be like, oh, I really want to, you know, be a No, she did not ask the question like that. She asked the question in a way, and at the time that she did ask the question, so me and the other girl's friendship will not be anymore, so she can have that girl to herself. And that's what she did, and that's what kind of happened. So time goes by now, and after this, me and the girl just stopped being friends, because there's no point of a friendship if your friend is literally telling you, bitch, you're ugly, bitch, you look like a raccoon, bitch, and you're dumb, bitch. There's no friendship after that. So we end up, our friendship ended up ending. But before our friendship ended, bitch, that bitch played with my money. And girl, I feel like everybody play with my money at this point. Everybody play with my money at this point. Like, girl, I gotta be dumb. I think she was right. I'm joking. I gotta be dumb though, because everybody playing with my money. Everybody playing with my money. So one of the last times that I did her hair, this is gonna be the perfect lead up until the next story. Well, I guess I'll still have 3. I don't know. So this is the last time I did her hair, right? So after the whole incident with her and my roommate, you know, wanting to go knock her socks loose, she wanted to get her hair done. So she came to me. So she asked me, can I install a wig on her? So I was like, all right, cool, whatever. At the time, I charged $75. $75 to get your wig installed, right? Like customized, installed, and all that, right? So when she came to get her wig installed, she came with another girl, right? The other girl, like, I'm friends with the other girl, but she came with the other girl, which I thought was so weird. Keep going. So she comes with the other girl comes in, she sits on my bed, I'm doing the girl's hair. I'm doing Keisha's hair. So I'm doing Keisha's hair, whatever, and while I'm doing Keisha's hair, my roommate is pressing her because she I think it was like probably 2 weeks before or a week before is when my roommate was trying to fight her, and then she came over my room now. So my roommate is pressing her, whatever, and like Keisha always does, like the sneaky rat that she is, she just sneaky niggle snither her way through the questioning, right? And after a while, my roommate was just over it. She didn't want to continue with it, whatever. So I'm done with Keisha's hair, but while I'm doing Keisha's hair, right? It's so crazy how things just bleed into each other. She's texting this guy, and we're gonna call this man Jedediah. So she's texting this guy. I don't know why I chose that name out of everything. So she's texting this guy named Jedediah. So she's texting Jedediah, and I just remembered the name, and I was just like, oh, okay. Like the conversation was nothing crazy or nothing. Like she was just texting him or whatever, and she kept smiling. She kept smiling, and I saw the name, and I didn't really think anything from it after that. So I finished doing her hair, and mind you, it cost $75, right? I finished doing her hair, and she shows me her Zelle, right? And it's like a little red little exclamation point. She shows me her Zelle, and I didn't care about that red exclamation point. I looked at the price amount, and I saw it said $25. I'm like, why the fuck does it say $25? I was like, no, it's $75. And she's like, oh, okay. So she changes the amount in her her Zelle, and she shows it to me again, and she's like, it says basically that like you exceeded your limit, like your spending limit for the day, something like that. So she shows that to me, and I'm just looking at that bitch. She don't got no, like, she can't send any money, blah blah blah. So she was like, oh, I'll send you your money at 12 a.m. because it'll be basically the next day. So I was like, I literally had no other choice but to say okay. So 12 comes, and I'm looking at her Snapchat. This bitch is at a party. So 12 comes, she doesn't send it, but I was like, alright, whatever. Wake up the next day, she doesn't send it. Hours go by, she doesn't send it. And I'm texting her, I'm like, she doesn't send it. She's not, like, she doesn't have her red receipts on, so she just ignores my message, right? And it's like later on in the day, like it's already getting dark outside. That's when she sent me my money. But cool. So that is like the first part about what happened with Keisha. But this Keisha story leads in and trickles into the next story. And it's very interesting to see how people connect, and actually to see how like-minded people connect. Cause that's the thing. You be thinking, oh, what a coinky dink. It's not a coinky dink. Cause birds of a feather flock together. One thing that I've learned from this, like Keisha overall, like you'll hear this more in the next part, but Keisha overall, like I realized that she is a type of woman that will bring down other women. And like when she finds someone that is either truly themselves or getting into a spot where they're becoming themselves, she becomes very envious. And I feel like that's what it was. Like she was very envious of me, which was, to me at the time, I didn't understand why. She saw me on a certain level that she knew that at this point in her life, especially going down the route that she was going down, she was not going to reach that. So instead of bettering herself, she wanted to break me down to reach at the same level that she's at, to be at that same level of sadness and bitterness, that I will do the same thing to someone else. And I realized like the friends that she had around, like the girls that was in that room that was fake beefing with me, I don't know what she told them. But they're the same way. Like-minded people find each other. You're just a bitter, sad person. And like I said, sitting back on it, you realize a lot more stuff, and you see a lot more of the things, especially when you get older. Because at the time, I was 18. So I didn't really like peep. This is not my friend. This is not someone that is acting like my friend. Which I'm surprised I didn't peep it before, because the friends that I have, like my actual friends, like the friends that I've made and college, the friends that I've had before college never treated me like that. Never even made me doubt. Like, literally, after she told me how I was ugly and stupid and all that kind of stuff, like, it sounds very, like, minuscule and immature, but, like, that really hit me. Like, imagine someone that you thought was your friend. Like, now looking back on it, she was never my friend, but I thought she was my friend at the time. So imagine your friend is looking in your face and telling you that you're ugly with makeup, without any makeup on, you're ugly and that you're stupid. One, I already knew I wasn't stupid. Like, bro, I was a biochem major. Now I'm studying for law, but, like, at the time I was a biochem major. Like, I know I'm not fucking stupid, bitch. These grades and the classes that I'm taking, those two do not equate to stupid, babes. But, like, when you're in a vulnerable point, especially, like, in college, stuff like that really does get to you. We're gonna wrap up this story so we can get to the next one, all right? Y'all get the next story next week. But yeah, please make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. City Boys, girl, the energy is kind of low in this one, girl, because that bitch really did have me fucked up. And, like, sitting back and, like, retelling the story, I'm not even retelling all the stories, bro. All the stories. When this girl was over here trying to cock block, bro. Yeah, quick story, thought the boy was cute, told a joke to her. She literally FaceTimed the boy in front of me and told the boy how I wanted to, even though I didn't say that. Girl, sabotage, that was never my friend, yay. But yeah, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to become a story time. Ooh, are you gonna be in next story time? Don't piss me off. Let me stop. Please like, share, comment below. Become a city boy. You know, if you don't subscribe, you will become a Keisha. You will become a better Keisha. You will become a better Keisha if you don't subscribe.